today I'm going to do a video comparing sort of all the gray beige tones that I have. I have them all swatched here in sort of like an order. I have it all around the Lime Crime Cashmere, and I did it specifically like that because I feel like the Lime Crime Cashmere was one of the first ones to release one of those gray beige shades, or a shade that's really gray undertone. So I wanted to compare them all, and I know that there's a lot of drama surrounding Lime Crime, so this is more of like a duping / comparison video. I'm not going to talk about any of the drama or anything like that, so it's up to you to decide sort of which one would work best for you or which one you want to purchase. But I figured just because Lime Crime was one of the first ones and it's sort of the most famous gray tone because a lot of people know that Lime Crime Cashmere shade, I would sort of center it around this. There are quite a number of products in here, and I do think that a number of them do dupe each other, and I don't think that you would see many differences on your lip compared to the other ones, but it's just more personal preference and sort of maybe which undertone you're looking for. So I will list all the products below in the order that I talk about them, and I will hopefully include prices as well because I know that this video would be really long if I include prices. So let's get into the shades. So as I said, the middle stripe in here is the cashmere, so I'm sort of comparing all of them around it to it. So let's start in the first one that I swatched. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Gerard Cosmetics Underground, and I would say that it's probably one of the closest dupe to cashmere. It might be slightly lighter in color, but I think that you could build it up by really layering this color. It is a different formula, as I said, because this is a lipstick and the cashmere shade is a liquid lipstick, so you have to keep that in mind. The next two I have swatched are the Colourpop Tootsies. I think that the one in the Lippie stick, so this one right here, is slightly more brown tone than cashmere, and the Lippie pencil is slightly darker than the Lippie stick, and it is more closer to the Lime Crime Cashmere. I feel like it's definitely more on the same tone, and I don't think you would see any difference on your lips, only for the fact that they are different formulas, obviously. The next one I have is NYX High Voltage lipstick in the color Stone. I wanted to see the comparison on that, but it really doesn't compare. It's a lot more brown tone and a lot more lighter than the rest of the shades. It also is a different formula. It has a shiny finish and it is a lipstick. The next one is a Sephora lip liner. This is the Nano lip liners. This is the shade Native Nude. This is close to cashmere, but it's lighter. So if you feel like Tootsi might be too dark for you, you could go for Native Nude. It's like a lighter version of it. It definitely still has that gray undertone though. The next one I have is an e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Tea Rose. This is a lot more pink undertone than the rest of them. It is similar shades. It has very similar effect, but it's a lot more pink undertone, and it obviously is a matte lipstick compared to a liquid lipstick. The next one, which I've used in a Samey Sunday video before, is one of these MeNow eBay long-lasting liquid lipsticks. This is one of those ones that you can find for 99 cents. This is the shade number 18. This is very similar to cashmere, so if you're looking to go for this shade in like a gray beige shade but you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is like 99 cents on eBay. I think it's a really similar dupe. If anything, it has a slight more pink undertone to it. And then I have the LA Splash Smitten Lip Tint Waterproof Mousse in the color Charmed. I have done a Samey Sunday video comparing this to the Lime Crime Cashmere, and it is a lot more pink. I wanted to include it in this video just because I feel like it would just be not a complete video if I didn't compare it, but it's definitely lighter and more pink, but very similar tone level. And the next one I have is the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in the color Trap. I think that this is one of the most similar ones to the Lime Crime Cashmere. It has very similar undertones. It feels very similar in the lips. If anything, it's slightly more opaque than the Lime Crime Cashmere, and it dries down a little bit faster. And the next two shades I have are the Ghoulish shades from the LA Splash. First, I have the OG Ghoulish, which is a little bit even more gray tone than Lime Crime Cashmere. So if you're looking for something that is even more gray tone than the Lime Crime Cashmere, I would go for the OG Ghoulish. And then the next one I have is the regular Ghoulish, which is very similar to Lime Crime Cashmere. I think that it's almost the most similar. It's very similar to Trap as well from Colourpop. So if you have Trap or if you have Ghoulish, they are very similar, and they're very similar to the Cashmere, and they have very similar formulas. If anything, I would say that the Colourpop and the LA Splash are a little bit more opaque than the Lime Crime. The next one I have is the Colored Raine liquid lipsticks in the color Marshmallow. This is deeper than the Lime Crime Cashmere, and again, it's a lot more grayish tone than the Lime Crime Cashmere. The next one I have is the Dose of Color in the color Stone. I know that this isn't available right now, but they are putting it in their permanent line later this year. This is a lot more mauve tone than the Lime Crime Cashmere. It really doesn't have a lot of gray to it. And then I have two Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. The first one I have is Posh Spice, which is more gray tone than the next one, but it is way more gray tone than the Lime Crime Cashmere. It has more of like a brown gray undertone rather than like a gray beige undertone. And then I have a Celebrity Skin. Celebrity Skin is a lot more brown nude than Cashmere, but I think that out of these two, Celebrity Skin is a lot more closer to the Lime Crime Cashmere, but it definitely still has more of a brown undertone to it. And then the final two, which I have swatched to the side here, I figured I would include them, but they're definitely not the same. I have the Color Raine liquid lipstick in the color Soul, and then I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Sepia. These two are very, very similar when you compare them. If anything, Sepia is slightly lighter than Soul, but they are definitely a lot darker than the Lime Crime Cashmere and a lot darker than any of the other ones I have swatched here, and they definitely have like that strictly cool undertone to it. There's really no pink in them at all. Lime Crime Cashmere can read slightly like an undertone of pink, where these actually have no pink to them, and they are just a strictly grayish tone. So overall, I think that the LA Splash Ghoulish, not the OG Ghoulish, just the regular Ghoulish, and Colourpop Trap are two of the most similar liquid lipsticks when you compare them to the Lime Crime Cashmere. I think that as well, this eBay liquid lipstick is very similar as well, so these three are probably the most similar to the Lime Crime Cashmere that you will find. I honestly don't think that you would see a difference between any of these three on your lips or even the Lime Crime Cashmere, so I think that they are very similar. They have very similar formulas. I think that the eBay one is a little bit sticky as it dries down. The Lime Crime one is not as pigmented as the Colourpop or LA Splash. If you're not into liquid lipsticks, I think that Gerard Underground and the Tootsi lip pencil are two of the closest lipstick or lip liner dupes. I think that they are almost identical to it, and I think that it's the closest you would find in a lipstick. The formulas for Gerard and Colourpop are really nice, so it's more just personal preference if you're looking for something like a liquid lipstick that is a dupe for the Lime Crime Cashmere, or if you're looking for something that is a lipstick or lip liner that is a dupe for Lime Crime Cashmere. I hope you all have enjoyed this video that I've done comparing all of these gray beige tones. If you have any other recommendations on which ones I should try and compare to the rest of these, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe so you can see all my upcoming videos. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned.